This Fleet Equipment Unscripted interview is presented by Hendrickson, a leading manufacturer of heavy-duty suspension systems and components to the global commercial transportation industry. Visit hendrickson-intl.com to learn more.
Hey everyone, I'm Jason Morgan, Content Director for Fleet Equipment, and welcome to Fleet Equipment Unscripted. Today we're talking with Chris Batsch, General Manager, Specialty Products, a bumper at Hendrickson. Chris, thanks for taking the time.
Absolutely, Jason.
Excited to talk with you because Hendrickson just made an announcement here that they're building a substantial solar farm there in Illinois at the bumper plant. You guys are producing over 100,000 bumpers per year for Class 8 trucks, school bus manufacturers, replacement bumpers. The announcement noted that the solar farm will include more than 2,100 solar panels and produce an estimated 1.58 megawatts annually, which sounds like a lot. So I'm excited to talk to you about all those details. So let's just dive in here. How is that solar investment going to impact production of bumpers at the plant? I don't really understand the solar energy. So, I mean, is energy? Do you have to adopt any product lines? What's the impact over on your side?
Great question, Jason. So the biggest thing, I was really shocked going through the process of how easy this was to integrate into our facility. Really, it's as simple as taking the solar farm and tying it into the electrical grid that's coming into the facility. Our utility provider provides us credit whenever we're creating an excess amount. So that goes back to the grid, kind of stores as credit, and then nighttime, cloudy days or snowy days, stuff like that, we're able to draw from those credits and pull into the facility. There's a little bit of electrical switchgear that we added onto the facility, but majority of what we've got in place is out on the solar field. And, you know, the big thing is right now, the technology has come such a long way in the last, I would say, even the last few years. It is so easy to integrate in, especially on the commercial side. Right now was the perfect timing for us to jump on this opportunity. So we're pretty excited about it. You know, from our standpoint, solar is kind of one of those many aspects of carbon reduction that Hendrickson is focused on. We're pretty fortunate, the bumper division, to be the first for Hendrickson to integrate in a renewable energy source here in North America. And the bumper manufacturer is quite a bit different than some of the other Hendrickson facilities. We make anything from Texas squares to the school bus bumpers to aeroclad stylized on-highway Class 8 truck bumpers. All of those are like energy hogs. You know, they require a lot of electricity. Some of our equipment, laser cutters, high tonnage, deep draw presses, welding equipment, robotic equipment, polishing equipment, all of that. The main input is electricity. So for us, it really made sense to integrate this into the bumper facility while we kind of keep tabs on the customer sustainability goals there. And this was a good step in those directions. So, you know, a lot of people kind of ask, okay, well, why the bumper facility? We're located in Illinois. Illinois is very good for solar incentives. Also, like I mentioned, the utility provider with being able to do what they call net metering. So being able to sell back excess or pull in when we need it. But then also we were fortunate enough to have some idle land next to our facility that was perfect for doing a ground-based mount solar system.
Right. Well, and I'm glad you mentioned that because that was going to be my follow-up question is that's a sizable solar farm. If that was on property or if that was a different location, so it's on property kind of right next door then?
Yeah, we do. Next door, we had about 7 acres that were idle land. Right now, we're having to maintain it with mowing, so it was a perfect opportunity to put some solar on it, get some use, put it to use. So we're pretty excited about this. We did take a look at some of the rooftop. There's a little bit more of a challenge from maintenance if you need to clean the panels or clear off snow, stuff like that. But the ground base is much more simplified from a cost of ownership standpoint.
Okay, very cool. Going back to your comments about decarbonization, because the press release also did include a quote from Daimler Truck North America, which I know is a close partner with Hendrickson and has themselves put a lot of into decarbonization and sustainability. But how do you see this strengthening industry relationships, right? Why is decarbonization and sustainability important to you?
It's definitely a buzz that we're hearing from our customers. If you look at the Hendrickson portfolio, we're doing business with Daimler, Volvo, PACCAR, International, Bluebird, Autocar, just about every manufacturer that you can think of that's in the commercial environment. David Carson's was just an example of one that we kind of pulled together of the collaboration of us trying to work with our customer base. Each of us have goals. Some of them, they're fully in alignment. Sometimes we got to make some modifications to our goals so that they are in alignment with our customers. Some are short term, some are long term. I've been shocked to hear even some of them have goals all the way down to being carbon neutral in the future. So, I mean, if you think about where we're at today to where we need to go, that's a massive leap from being completely carbon neutral for the entire product of the vehicle. So we try to maintain a very strategic alignment within our customer base. We typically try to target the bigger, more aggressive goals that we have from our customer. Renewable energy is one of them. If you also look at water conservation, some customers have those. So we're kind of in a unique spot where we're getting all these different goals from different customers that are all coming together, and it's really pushing us to be a lot more environmentally conscious. One thing on speaking of carbon footprint, it's not really a secret that metal bumpers are more of a challenge with the carbon footprint over plastic bumpers. There's a lot more carbon footprint that goes into manufacturing the steel, the aluminum, stuff like that. So from our perspective, we're trying to see what we can do from the metal market to reduce that carbon footprint as much as possible. Coupled with kind of the recyclable materials that we offer, less replacements over plastic. We're really leading the industry from a sustainability aspect, and we're really driving that down. And if you look at the metal bumper market, a lot of customers don't have options for sustainability or carbon footprint. This year, we're actually bringing to market a couple options for our customers. The solar is just one, the renewable energy. So our customers are going to have the opportunity for us to manufacture the bumpers using 100% renewable energy. We also have options for steel. We're rolling out a couple options for reduced carbon footprint steel, all the way down to carbon neutral steel that we're able to get. One that still surprises me, there's some paint components that we're looking at that we've gone through and done some testing with that are even carbon negative. So, if you kind of combine all of these that we're going after along with the customers, Hendrickson's corporate initiatives, these are all just fantastic opportunities for what we're seeing in the future.
Right. What's the big takeaway for the end user then? So the fleet, whether they're getting Hendrickson products through your OEM partners or they're buying replacement parts from you, right? What is the takeaway from them and into how they can benefit from this, right? Many fleets are looking at decarbonization, be it through zero emission vehicle adoption or even just hyper diesel efficient trucks and replacing those more often. Can they benefit from this increased sustainability product production that you're doing on your end?
Yeah, absolutely, Jason. If you look at our customer base, the truck manufacturers, the fleets, trailer manufacturers, end users, owner-operator, I mean, the list kind of goes on and on. Every customer and category kind of has a unique target from their sustainability goals. And we're kind of combining all these into one to go after something that customers can put some value add to it behind. the solar is one example of something that was the right time to advance our sustainability and our carbon footprint offering on products with balancing the cost. If you look back, let's say 4 or 5 years ago, the cost of commercial solar was more than double. If you look 10 years ago, it was more than 10, 20x than what it was. So really seizing the right time and the right opportunity is really key within Hendrickson. It's great that we've got that flexibility within the company, that if something makes sense at the right time, that we're able to jump on it, and it's going to be a value add benefit for our customer. When we look at the carbon footprint initiatives, the recyclable materials, the reduced bumper replacements that the metal offers, it's really driving down the total operational cost and also the sustainability footprint that goes into the market. So those are all just great initiatives that we're excited to bring to the market.
Chris, I appreciate you taking the time to tell us a lot about the sustainability efforts there at Hendrickson. I'm sure I'll talk to you again very soon.
Yeah, absolutely, Jason. Thanks for having me on.